Hey, people. Hey. Yeah, on this show, I had the pleasure of speaking to an amazing guy called Pretty Boy Floyd. What up, doe? In the US. And you know what I do? I cover on my podcast as well. Oh, yeah. Let's sing it again. Yeah, I like to cover business, adversity and dyslexia. And this one is a cracker. It's not good in some respects because it's about addiction. It's about someone suffering with addiction and what they're doing about that addiction to turn their life around. And that's why I want to speak to this guy. So I've listened to his music. He don't profess to be the best hip-hop artist in the world, the best rapper, the best singer. And he'll talk about that in the show, how he got into it. But it's a mechanism for him to share his story, and that's really why I wanted to share it today with you. So his name's Pretty Boy Floyd. Anyway, we'll go through the show. But anyway, if you... Anyway, say that a few times. If you want to know a bit more about what we're doing, go to DougieStoneRadio.com. If you're listening on the podcast, which is Dougie Stone, go to that, subscribe. It's on Twitter, iTunes, YouTube, TuneIn Radio. I Love Radio. It's everywhere. Like the radio station, Dougie Stone Radio, we're freaking global, baby. So anyway, enjoy the show. The Dougie Stone Show. Right, yeah, so... Yeah, so that's cool. We've just listened to that song by Bet Tomorrow by Pretty Boy Floyd, and obviously today's show's about addiction. And tell us a bit about that song.
Yeah, basically it's just heartfelt. I was in rehab when I wrote that. Basically, when I write, it just gets all my feelings out. And like I explained earlier, what I was trying to do was I just want to help somebody. It's therapeutic music. If I can just help somebody just not pick up that drink, that drug, just at one time when they hear, just that one person, just at one time if they heard my song, then it's all worth it. I'm doing everything basically heartfelt. I don't lie in my music. Soulistic, my producer and best friend, he basically was the one that introduced me to music. Mm-hmm. And he read some stuff. He's like, well, why don't you rap? Like, shit, rap? What are you talking about? I can't rap. And then basically it just went on from there, and he's like, two things. You're a white rapper, never say the N-word. Another thing, never lie, because you want people to hear you and feel you. You want either, I've been there, I'm going through it, or wow.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, exactly, and that's a really intriguing thing, isn't it? The N-word, because a lot of black rappers, well, most of them use the word, don't they? And I think it's used as a word of, I think it can be used as a word of endearment and a word of like dissing someone at the same time. And I also, this is my
perception. It's a very confusing word.
Yeah, because I also think people use it because they can use it. I don't know. I'm going to have to ask. I will interview someone because it's a bit of a touchy subject to talk to people about. But my view is that it's something that communities can have their own for all the crap that's gone on to them over a long time. So basically, I think it's their two fingers up to the world and the way they've been oppressed over a long time, and slavery, and even still now in the US, it's pretty crap if you're a black person living in the US. I from what I can see anyway. So yeah, very. I'll get to the bottom of the N-word at some point. But yeah, you're right. It's it's a very, very confusing for us people anyway. But yeah, and you're right. Don't use it because it's not your word, is it? You've got your own words. And I wanted to interview you because I've been rocking with you for a while, and I've listened to some of your music before. I do like what you're putting over in your rap, and you can tell if people listen to the tracks and listen to the words, it means something. And I wanted to raise this addiction issue because recently there's just been mental health awareness, and you just mentioned it then. I think a lot of addiction is not because people want the drug itself or the alcohol. It's because they're trying to get away from something. And generally, that's what I believe tends to happen. Is that your experience?
Yeah. Basically, I have bipolar, I have manic depression.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I've been dealing with this. I've been 13 years old, and I guess drinking and drugging was an escape for me. And after the last 8 years, I've been dealing with it. It's hard every day, and I feel sorry for people with addiction problems, and that's basically, I'm just spilling my guts out in my music. That way, I just want to help somebody, man. And, if you can use my experience, run with it. Run with it. I mean, call me. I'm on Facebook. I'm on YouTube. I'm on anywhere you go. SoundCloud, Reverb Nation. Somebody get a hold of me if they need that help. They need somebody to talk to. I've been through it. I've been in dope houses. I've been around people and the hookers and the heroin and stuff like that. I've never done heroin, but it's like I can't. That's Russian roulette, and you gotta feel sorry for them people, man. They need that just to survive now.
Yeah.
And it's a terrible thing. And I've lost 5 people in the last 3 months.
Whoa.
Over heroin overdoses.
And
it's just crazy, And I listen to Jelly Roll and Struggle, and I'm trying to take that path with my music, and I try to make, my guy, my mentor, my music mentor, Solistic, I, try to make him happy. And he, the last couple of songs has, he said that's, exactly what I told you to do when we met. He goes, you're doing it. You're doing good. Your flow's good. Your words are real.
Yeah.
They're heartfelt, and basically that's all I want to do, man. Fucking being addicted sucks, bro. Sucks.
Of course it does, because
it's not fun no more.
Because you lose track on reality, you lose family, you lose friends, you lose, financially, and you can go from, people can be very well off and end up being on the street because they just lose everything, don't they? And there's only one winner, isn't there, in the game, and that's the dealers. They're the only ones that win out of this. No one else.
Yeah. I mean, they're the ones with the new TVs and the new pairs of shoes, and the other people are begging for $1 at the gas station when you pull up.
Yeah, it's sad, man. It's sad.
It sucks. I mean, it's really hard, and I've been there, and I still smoke weed, but I mean that's going to be legal here in the USA again, so it really don't matter. But it's the drinking. It's after I take that drink, and then you get to that level, you need something different. And I didn't care at that time what it was, and now I do. And it's I don't know. It's very hard. It's a daily struggle, and I know what people are going through, and it just I don't know. I just want to help somebody. That's the only reason that I go to my studio, that I built my studio, that I'm in my studio, that I'm trying to watch TV, watch YouTube videos on how to make my voice better.
Yeah.
And how to do stuff. It's like it's all for somebody else. It's not for me. You know what I mean? I don't care if I get signed. Fuck a label. That's no big deal. But if I could just help, if I could just help somebody, that's what it's for. It's not for riches. It's not to make money. It's not, to do shows that are 5,000 people or whatever. It's just that I wanted that one teenage kid in his room to hear my song and not pick that joint up or that heroin or whatever. And anything, and then it's worth it.
That's a beautiful thing, man. That's as they say in that's what's up in it. That is absolutely brilliant. And I think when you take that approach to anything in life, you tend to find success comes at the back of it because you're not doing it. You're not chasing the dollar. You're not chasing the money. You're chasing something far greater than that, far greater than yourself. And I also think. It must be therapeutic for yourself to actually do what you're doing because obviously you're reliving that experience and getting out to other people. So that obviously must keep you on the straight and narrow because you're doing it for a purpose. So it must be. I know you're not doing it for that, but it's helping you as well at the same time, isn't it?
Correct. It's basically what it is. It's not a secret no more because I'm telling it in the song.
Yeah. I love it.
I'm not holding it in. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not looking at somebody saying, oh, they know I'm high, or something like that, or they're looking at me too funny or something. You know what I'm saying? It's like It's not, it's over with. I can stand up and say I'm an addict. I go to meetings sometimes. Yes, I smoke weed, but I used to drink a case of beer in a day, and I don't do that no more.
No,
you know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Yeah, that makes sense. Addiction is... addictions, the true term of the word addiction is when it takes over your being, doesn't it? When it becomes more important than anything else. So I get what you're saying. Some people will be listening going, well, he's still an addict because he's smoking weed. Well, actually, is he? If he's in control of his life and you're managing it and you're not, it's not affecting you in the same way and you're living, then yeah, I've not really got
I mean, I guess people say I'm using it as a crutch to get off the alcohol, then fine.
It doesn't matter, does it?
You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't matter. I mean, if you the one of the most addictive things on the planet is nicotine, and I'm still a nicotine addict, mate. And it's just, and I've not smoked for 8 years. And
wow, congratulations!
Yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah, but I mean, I'm still a nicotine addict too. That's daily.
But I love to smoke. Like, you know, I mean, if I could, if someone said you can smoke and it was not expensive and it wasn't going to fuck your lungs up, I'd probably carry on smoking. Do you know what I mean? I used to really enjoy having a cigarette. I've done, and while we're talking about being open and honest, I lived in Holland for a while where virtually everything was legal over there, and I used to smoke weed. I prefer a drink than weed, and so I stopped doing that. And I've also had a bit of the old cannabis, not cannabis. That's weed, isn't it? Cocaine, and that is dangerous because you can see how quickly someone can get addicted to it because you want more of it, you have it, and the effect doesn't last very long. You want more and more and more. Luckily, I was fortunate to go, do you know what? This is getting a bit scary. This is crazy.
Right. When it came down to with my cocaine, I was doing close to maybe like an 8-ball, 3.5 gram, 3.5 gram, usually every 2 days.
Yeah.
And that's $200. So that's like $600 a week. And when you go and you get your check from working all day, swinging a hammer, you need that just to keep going. But then when you take your check, to get cashed and you owe the drug dealer more than what you made, you have a problem. And that was kind of when I realized, that, dude, you got to stop, man. You have a problem. I didn't give a fuck about my kid. I didn't give a shit about nothing or nobody. But when am I getting high? I mean, I'm going to tell you the truth, the way I think about it, being an addict is being selfish. Because you're going for what you need and what you want and not care about anybody else or anybody else's feelings. But I'll guarantee you, if you're an addict, there's at least 3 people that you've hurt in the last 2 days in your immediate family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not just you. Yeah, you're going through the problem, but you have to fess up and be a man, be a woman, and step up and say, I got this problem, I got to handle it, and tell everybody. That way they know and they can help you. Don't be ashamed to admit that you're powerless. I have a song called Powerless also. My buddy died of a heroin overdose, and I wrote it within, half hour, 45 minutes, and then recorded it and put it out that day for him. But that was one of the hardest songs I ever had to write. You could tell in the song that I was crying in the booth.
Yeah.
It's just addiction. It sucks, man, and it's the worst thing on the earth. And God bless everybody that's dealing right now with the issue, with the problem, because I've been there. And just keep your head up, keep struggling, keep moving. You can do it. Just say fuck it. You can do it, and just don't give up on yourself, man. No. And I'm here, and I'm gonna keep writing music and doing what I got to do to have you listen to my music, enjoy, learn, and hopefully, get something from it.
Okay, so the other reason I wanted to come on, and I think that's brilliant. The other reason I wanted to come on was to listen to, obviously, we've got a new track, so I think we're going to listen to that now. So if you want to just give us a bit of a background behind it, what it's about, what it's called, and then we'll play it.
A Lonely Night, basically, this is about a girlfriend. A long time ago, we were together 7 years. We broke up, and basically I never got her back. It was all my fault. I fucked up in the relationship. And basically, it's just an I love you song. And then at the end, I had to rewrite a little bit of it because I wanted to change. I wanted to turn around. I wanted to say, you know what, fuck that bitch. I got to get up. I got to move. I got to change. It's the past. And basically, that's what I'm trying to do. I got it off my chest and trying to get the past away from me. I'm trying to move on because you can't dwell in the past because you can't move forward.
That's brilliant.
So this is Lonely Night by Pretty Boy Floyd on DougieStoneRadio.com.
Oh yeah.
Enjoy.
What you want, but now it's love. It feels to me like everything above. I like my stuff, guess I'm giving you it all, cause I wanna be together till heaven's all. You know what they say don't really matter, cause what we believe is now it's so fast. But I won't stop loving you until I'm gone. I only live for love, we can't for another night alone, like a shot to the stomach, cause I had it coming. Cause we were fighting like it was nothing. I knew from the day I was destined to be blue. What the lessons I was forced to show me the truth. I know we won't get back together, since we always said that it was forever. Until I'm dead, about to have you in my heart. Why you say replacing you? Never. Gotta think another night alone. Never thought I'd be today, I'd be so low. I see clear that I want you here. Never knew that this day could be so cold. Gotta think another night alone. Never thought I'd be today, I'd be so low. I see clear that I want you here. Never knew that this day could be so cold. Stay and stay sane, baby, you're my everything. I hate the games we play from day to day. You feel my heart rate, my attitude change. I'll numb the hurt, I'll smoke my haze. I curse your name, even worse, only saying sorry cause you really didn't say it first. So think about it, could've been you and me here. I wish I'd seen things a little more clear. Crystal clear, pour liquor out the glass with a pad. Something that you ain't getting back. Sooner realize that you ain't getting it back. Now you concentrate on putting yourself on track. I know it's hard, but you gotta go get it. Leave that bitch alone, you don't get it twisted. One thing I'll teach you, you better fucking listen. Leave the bitch alone, that's the pretty boy's blessing. Gotta think another night alone. Never thought I'd be today, I'd be so low. I see clear that I want you here. Never knew that this day could be so cold. Gotta think another night alone. Never thought I'd be today, I'd be so low. I see clear that I want you here. Never knew that this day could be so cold.
Yeah, brilliant, mate. Thanks very much for sharing that with us and letting us put it out to the world. And yeah, people go and check out Pretty Boy Floyd. He's everywhere. He's a really nice guy. And thanks for coming on today. It's brilliant. And
no problem. I really enjoy it. Thank you for all your support.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
We've still got more to go yet, mate. We've still got more to go. And it's just the start of it. And what I really liked, you was on. We've got to give a shout out to our friends at Detroit Unplugged. Oh yeah, with Uncle Rocket and Ism.
Uncle Rocky.
What a great show! I mean, it's a bit bittersweet for me because yes, I take some of those shows and we put them on Dougie Stone Radio. But when it's on live, I very rarely get to watch it because it's on at 3 a.m. in the morning over here, 3 till 5. Oh. But sometimes when I'm suffering with insomnia, I wake up and go, oh, it's only 3 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock in the morning. And then I go, that's all right, because I can go and watch Detroit Unplugged. So it's a bit of a silver lining. So I've watched it a few times. I really like you on the show as well. I think you've had a bit of a. He asked you a couple of questions. You had a bit of a, but you look like you was having fun on there and enjoying the experience with the guys as well. Looked after you, didn't they? Yeah,
I was. I mean, their support. They really support the Detroit area. I mean, everybody that does anything that has to do with music, Detroit Unplugged, basically is a level to where they're in. If you're in music and when you hit Detroit Unplugged, you've kind of made it. You're locally. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're the spot. Oh, yeah. Uncle Rocky and Ism are the greatest two guys. They definitely show their support. They show up at shows. They're awesome. I mean, they rock Detroit, and basically they're the only ones doing what they do around here, and that's how I found out about you guys. And I mean, they're awesome, and everything was going just from that show.
Yeah,
So.
I love him. I love him to bits. I love the way that Rocky does his, and he gets really enthused, doesn't he? This is the Church of Him. Get Abigail, get in your comfy chair. Let's bow and one for Godism. And I think it's brilliant. I love it. I think it's a great show.
Awesome.
And what I like about that as well, and I wasn't sure how I'd be accepted, and same similar to what you're saying about being a white rapper in what is, let's have it right, a black genre. It's a black genre, isn't it? The artists, the promoters, the DJs, and all that. And it's for that community. Yeah, you've got Detroit Unplugged, who are really well accepted. I can't believe the response I've had from being in the UK from that group of people. It's unbelievable. I've had more support from the other side of the pond from the guys in Detroit than I've had from people that I know around me, which is bizarre, and it's a really strange feeling. But
that's awesome. I mean, but just like we feel over here in the States that we got to make it over there before we make it over here.
Yeah, I'm getting that. I'm getting that vibe. Because it's very competitive, isn't it? And I love the genre. I've always liked some of the mainstream hip hop and rap years, the Snoop Dogs and things like that, and that obviously hit the mainstream situation. And it's only probably the last couple of years that I've really started to lift the stones up on the actual genre, and it's me youngest lad that's got me into it because he started listening to it. I was like, who's this? Oh, this is this guy. This is this guy. UK, because in the UK it's totally different sound. It's almost like grime. Is it grime or grind? From a bit like the Chicago type sound in the US. In London, that's a very similar sound, but it's a very UK sound. And then I started to investigate that, got hooked up with Larry O from the D, Detroit Unplugged, and DJ Killer Kev, and started really looking into it. I've watched a lot of documentaries on the emergence of hip hop, so I've done my research, Dr. Dre, NWA, all that sort of stuff, East Coast, West Coast. And that's what I do. Once I get interested in something, I delve into it. And I think it's an amazing genre. You've got so many multifacets of what it is. And I think do you know what I really like about it, and it's what you're trying to achieve, is I'm really into poetry. And I think for me, hip-hop is the modern day poetry. I think it'll stand up against Shakespeare and anything like that. And I know there'll be some thespians out there that'll go, what's he talking about? But if you drill down to it, it's the modern poet.
Right. Yeah, it's basically, that's what it is to me. I mean, because after you listen to my songs, I'm not mainstream. I'm not anything. I have a different style. I have a different rap. I have a different flow. Everything that I do, like I said, was it's true. I ain't gonna tell anybody I'm standing on a corner selling rock, because I'm not. I'm swinging a hammer in a garage, But it's just I'm not. You gotta put out your heart, man, and you gotta have people that feel. I want somebody to say, "Damn, thanks, man. I felt that."
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And mate, I'm not an addict, right? Well, I'm a nicotine addict, but what? With your story and that's why I do these shows, to share people's stories with the world. Your stories and your music, and I've listened to it, and I want you to succeed, and I really appreciate what you're doing for people like yourself or who's going through that hardship. And I've watched you, and I've watched some of the things you're doing, because that's what I do, and I've seen you getting your shit together, as you say. I've seen you doing your carpentry, and you've been working, you've been doing stuff, and you've been knocked down, but you know what? You've got your ass back up again. And you've got back in the game. You've got back in the game, and that's what they say. Every time you get knocked, if you get knocked down 7 times, get up 8. You just got to keep getting up and keep going, because I believe everybody on this planet's got a value, and there's a reason we're here. I'm not very religious or higher being or anything like that, but I believe there's something, and what you're doing, I think, is pretty special, and I want
back to the mental part. I've tried committing suicide 7 times until I figured out I can't even do that right. So I quit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, fuck, dude, what am I doing?
Oh, that's bad news. Well, I'm glad you didn't, mate. I'm glad you didn't, because we won't be talking now.
There's a reason why I'm here, and maybe the music is. I mean, it's a hobby. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm not making money. I'm not going for the money. So, you never know. someone might listen to it around the world and say, hey, let's bring him in and see what he can do.
Yeah.
Or something like that. It don't matter to me. I mean, I've only got like 57 plays on the one song, Lonely Night, and my girlfriend was like, well, that's kind of low, don't you think? And I said, oh, yeah, but I don't care. It's no big deal.
Yeah, but that's 50. But that's 57 people that's listened to it, and you don't know if those 57 people might have taken and gone and changed their lives because of that point, and that 57 people turns into 157 people. It turns into 1,000 people, even from 57 people listening to it. So I think everyone gets het up about numbers. Oh, I've only had so many likes.
Hats off to you because I've gotten larger numbers and stuff just from you supporting me. Your radio station and everybody out there. I've gotten contacts from different people, and everything that you've done for me is just wonderful, and I've grown enormously in the last 3-4 months that I've been talking to you. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you, and my hat's off to you, sir, because you're doing a damn good job over there, and I can't wait till you come to the States. I'd love to meet you one day.
Yeah, I'm planning, and do you know what you just said then gives me a big smile, because that's one reason why I set the station up, was a place where artists would come to be discovered, where the public would come and find new artists, and the industry would come and go, what's happening on Dougie Stone Radio? They've got some really good acts on there, let's go and find them. So for you as an artist, and I've had that similar from other artists, to say that makes what I'm doing feel worthwhile. Do you know what I mean? It's and that's why we're doing what we're doing. Yes, we obviously want to eat off it. At the end, we're spending 7 days a week doing this, but we're not. But the sole purpose, and we've funded it ourselves for a period of time, and now it's looking after itself. But initially, that the money's the secondary thing from it. The money just helps you. It's not the reason you're doing it. It's the same as you, but the money. We all need money to survive, don't we? For God's sake. Unfortunately, if we didn't, it'd be a lot better place, wouldn't it? If we didn't have to. But yeah. So what's the plans for the future, my friend? Then what you going to do?
Just keep plugging, man. Trying to hit meetings. Not pick up the bottles, and basically just keep making music, keep rock and rolling, doing little shows around town. I'll travel if anybody wants to do a show. Definitely, I'm just ready to go.
Yeah,
it's like I've been reborn, because I'm not waking up shaking and puking, and because I drank too much the night before, or whatever it is. It's like the door opened for me, and then I met you, and then Dougie said, then Detroit Unplugged, and there's another guy out here, Marco Polo, and then Solistic's coming out with his album. It's all bright. It's all bright. It's not dark. I got blue skies instead of gray now, and I love it.
That is brilliant. That's brilliant. Yeah, and I've got family in Canada. We was talking about going in 2019, but I think it'd be 2020 now. But I've said when I go to meet me folks in Canada, then I'm going to hire a car. I'm on
an 8 mile every day. I'll come pick you up.
And I'm going to drive to Detroit. And my uncle went, "You're not going to Detroit, are you?" I went, "Yeah, don't worry. I'll be going with people that'll show me round and look after me. I'm not just going to go wandering round in their town."
No. But you got Detroit, and then you got downtown. Yeah. Downtown, you can walk around, no problem. In the city, no.
Yeah.
You got the suburbs, city, and then downtown. Downtown's fine, no big deal. And then the city's a little bit more dangerous, and you got the breaking point was just 8 Mile. That's just crazy. I mean, 8 Mile. 8 Mile. If you drive down 8 Mile, man, you get a sight. You'll see some weird shit. I'll tell you that.
Well, I'll do that when I've got someone riding shotgun with me, like you.
Oh yeah, an 8 Mile definitely have to ride shotgun, especially have them have me packed. Have something with them. So,
yeah, it's brilliant.
But I got you covered on that when you come to Detroit, buddy.
That's awesome, mate.
I'll take care of you.
I can't wait. Honestly, I want to be over there. I've been to the States a few times. I've been to California and I've been to New York, and I just love the vibe of the States. But I've never been to like Detroit. I've been to Canada, and I do like. It's a crazy place, some places, but there's some wonderful things going on as well.
Everybody I met from the UK are very pleasant, very, very manners. Because I'm pleased, sir. Thank you, sir. I'm pleased and thank you. I open the door for women.
Yeah.
I just want to put a smile on someone's face, man. I've been through so much shit in my life. that, you know, I've had so many bad days. If I could just put a smile on, just saying something, music, anything. If I put a smile on someone's face, man, I'm doing my job, and I guess that's what I'm here for.
Cool.
You know what I mean? Yeah, but everybody I met, like I got a friend out there, I'll give a shout out to Ep77 from the UK in Wales, and basically he's been rapping too, and he's a good guy, and he's very pleasant, and everybody's well-mannered in the UK. I love it. I'd like to go there one day.
Yeah. A lot of people are. There's some. It depends where you go, mate. we've got. There's some real nasties over here as well. If you go to the wrong places, and some people that don't give you the time of day. So, yeah. But I tell you what, mate. All I'm going to say to you is, don't get that bottle up. Don't get that beer down yet. Just keep doing what you're doing. Make your music your addiction, and you know what? You can't go far wrong. And I wish you all the success for the future. Keep on the straight and narrow. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep changing lives, because I'm sure you are. And that's why I wanted to do this today with you, because if we can stop one person going down the wrong road, then we've done our job.
Just one.
Yeah.
That's all I want. Just one.
And you want one.
Just don't pick up, man.
I'll tell you what's going to happen to you in a bit. Someone will come to you and say, do you know what? I listened to your track and you saved me. I guarantee that's going to happen to you, because that's what you're doing. People are going to gravitate towards you. Anyway, if you want to plug anything, plug it now, because I think we'll wrap the interview up and let people get on with their lives. And let you get on with your life.
We got Pretty Boy, PRETTIBOI on Reverb Nation. SoundCloud is Pretty Boy Floyd. Facebook is Floyd Magoo. Anybody, dealing with addictions, having any issues, I don't care what it is. You just want to call and talk, I'm here, man. I'm here, guys. Anybody across the world, man, don't deal with it yourself, man. This is a weed program. Yeah. I'm here for you.
Cool,
keep your head up and keep moving forward. I'm out there. Hit me up.
Thanks very much. Well, you have a great day. I'll love you and leave you. I'm going to get on with a few things I've got now, but it's been great to have you on the Dougie Stone podcast.
Thank you so much for your time. To everybody out there, hope you enjoy my song, Lonely Night. And, hey, DougieStoneRadio.com. Yeah. Going across the world. Global, baby.
Yeah, it's freaking global, baby. Freaking global.
All right, man. You have a nice day. Thank you very much for your time, man.
And you. Yeah, so that's Pretty Boy Floyd all the way over in the States. Thanks very much for coming on the show. If you're listening on the podcast, whichever platform you're on, iTunes, TuneIn Radio, Mixcloud, please subscribe and you get the updated shows. And these shows generally cover adversity, dyslexia, and business. But yeah, that's brilliant. So I thought what we'd do, if you're still listening, is we're going to play another one from Pretty Boy Floyd. So go and check him out. If you're listening on a podcast, all the show notes are there, links to all his stuff are there. And if you're suffering with addiction, then go and get some help. And he said hit him up. Hit him up. So let's have this. It's called All My Wrongs, produced by Solistic, and this is by Pretty Boy Floyd. So check this out, people. Check this out. It's all about messages, yeah? Dougie Stone Radio and the Dougie Stone Podcast. Freaking global, baby! Oh, yeah. Go and check our radio station out, Dougie Stone Radio. He's knockout. I've been Kurt Pickstone, Dougie Stone. Anyway, take it away, baby.
Everybody only sees all my wrongs. 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 This is something in my life that I can't prolong.
Can't believe the man I am today, but if you grew up like me, you'd be the same way. My mother did the best with what she had. The couple dollars she made it last. She got caught up in drinking her pain away. I didn't think I'd grow up the same fucking way. Now falls a couple tears I need to wipe away, cause here's a couple things that I need to fucking say. At 36 my drink it got out of hand. Believe me, it wasn't in my fucking plans. Now all the empty bottles sitting on the nightstand. Time to be a man and make a new plan. So as I stand as an open book of a man, I guess this will do for my fucking new plans. This chapter of my life I'm closing up tightly. No more getting in trouble or going out nightly.
Everybody only sees all my wrongs.
I'm gonna make things right, listen to the song.
Everybody only sees all my wrongs.
I wanna be clean, be a dad, and be strong.
Everybody only sees all my wrongs.
To my dying breath, I'll prove you all wrong.
Everybody only sees
sees all my wrongs.
This is something in my life that I can't prolong.
This isn't me or the way I was raised. After 15 years old, my life just engaged. Shit for a minute, I thought to outer space. Every morning I woke up, I was in the same place. Dark, dingy place where I saw no one's face. Drinking was the only thing that took my pain away, followed by other things I cared not to say. Came close a couple times to blowing my brain away. Then I thought, oh shit, what would the family say? They say you kept going, you'll end up this way. How many dealers do you still gotta pay? Are they coming for us because of your ways? Damn, this is something my family would have to say. No more games to play, I'm not going out that way. This is something that I really had to say. This is my apology, take it that way. Everybody only sees all my
I'm
wrongs.
gonna make things right, listen to the song.
Everybody only sees all my
I
wrongs.
wanna be clean, be a dad, and be strong.
Everybody only sees all my wrongs.
Till my dying breath, I'll prove you all wrong.
Everybody only sees all my wrongs.
This is something in my life that I can't prolong.
This is to everyone, I'm sick of hurting you. With me coming to you with nothing but excuses. It seems you always give me the reason to abuse. This is something not to get confused with. I know it's an excuse, I just don't know what to do. I know this is worst thing that I can do, but I'm really sick of disappointing you. I promise one day I'll grow up and come through. I know this is something that I really had to prove. Put your feelings to the side, tell them to move. I'm coming back, baby, I'm new and improved. I know it sounds like a lie, but it's the truth. I still lay my life on the line to prove that everything that I'm telling you is the truth. Why can't you understand? I wanna call a truce. I want you to know I wrote this for me and you. Everybody only sees all my
I'm
wrongs.
gonna make things right, listen to the song.
Everybody only sees all my
I
wrongs.
wanna be clean, be a dad, and be strong.
Everybody only sees all my
Till
wrongs.
my dying breath, I'll prove you all wrong.
Everybody only sees all my wrongs.
This is something in my life that I can't prolong.
There you go. Oh, what's happening now? Something else kicked in. Let's have this one as well. This is Haters.
This is dedicated to every doubt in me, and thank you very much for giving
By
me
Pretty
the
Boy Floyd again, obviously.
Sit back, tell you all what the fuck I really think. Half you motherfuckers are really fake. See, that's not me, cause I'm here to make a great boy. You step to me, and I'm gonna break a fucking face. This game is mine to take, cause I ain't playing, motherfucker, cause I ain't fake. I don't like my rhymes, it's a waste of time. I don't want someone feeling lies in my rhymes. I want everybody to stand and rise and get some real feeling from my rhyme. That's what I had, boy, it's my time. PB's here and I'm gonna blow your mind. Pretty boy ain't stopping, I'm ready to go. I'm round for round, now welcome to my show. Fuck all you haters and that bullshit you preaching. You think you're playing me or not, you'll see. I'm hotter than all these other MCs. I'm a real motherfucker, you'll never beat me. What you see is what you get when you fucking with me. Cause other people rapping about fairy tales and make believe. I come to believe that only one can achieve. Now I believe that one can be me. I'm walking down the hallway, I know you see me. I'm standing fucking tall, so don't try to beat me. When I'm walking through the door, I'm going harder than before. You say you gave your best, bitch, I gave a little more. See, I'm the best at four, I'll make your girl my whore. I'm not the one that you wanna come for. The best come first, but the better come after. Like I said before, your shit's nothing but laughter. You have no pride in your game today. We don't give a fuck, cause no one listens to you anyways. This is something I always really wanted to say. We don't give a shit, you have no skills anyways. You turn nervous when it's time to hit the stage. Your body turns all the rage, what can I say? Get out the way, so my music come through that I made. Why? Cause it's better than you. Fuck all you haters and that bullshit you preaching. You think you're playing me or not, you'll see. I'm hotter than all these other MCs. I'm a real motherfucker, you'll never beat me. What you see is what you get when you fucking with me. Cause other people rapping about fairy tales and make believe. I come to believe that only one can achieve. Now I believe that one can be me.
There you go. So that's stuff from Pretty Boy Floyd. If you listen on the podcast, like I say, when this goes out on there, all the links are on the show note. But if you go to soundcloud.com /Pretty Boy, and boy is spelled B-O-I, Floyd, Floyd, you'll find his tracks on there. And very brave to do what he's doing, but I know he's getting his life together and he's doing stuff out there, and he's working, and he's taking it step by step. So if you're suffering with addiction, please go and get some help. You know what I mean? It's not good, is it? Anyway, that's the end of the freaking show. Oh yes. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, then drop me a line, contact@dougiestoneradio.com. Have a chat, see if you've got an interesting story and get it out there. So I like to interview people about adversity, dyslexia and business. Oh yes, on this show. And you've listened to me, Kurt Bigstone, aka Oh yeah. Don't forget to stay tuned to Dougie Stone Radio. That's DUGGYSTONE, Dougie Stone Radio. We're freaking global, baby. Thanks again to Pretty Boy Floyd. What up, Doe? Keep doing it. Keep doing it, man. Keep doing it. And if he changes one life, it's worth it. Please share this with people. Come on. Anyway, see ya.
The Dougie Stone Show.